Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? As I keep trying to find other things that are apparently doing well on the ladder that we don't see that often, well, it turns out this Chocobo deck is still at around 59% win percentage, and I don't even remember the last time I've seen this, honestly, at all. I don't even think I've played against Chocobos in months, but we're going to go ahead and give it a go today and see if it really is that good. The one thing about this deck, though, that does surprise me a little bit is that there's no real counter magic. I feel like you could have a couple of pieces, but we'll talk about that at the end of the video after playing some games. But starting at the top, we do have some Healer's Hawk, a little bit of life gain. It does have a Flyer, which is a bird, and that counts for everything in the deck, it seems like. So Miner's Guidewing also lets us explore when it dies. Otherwise, it does have Vigilance. We do have Shaz's Chocobo, which is cool. Triggers with the landfall. Ambrosia Whiteheart's pretty nice because it does let us return other permanents, so we could replay stuff, and that's actually pretty sweet. Plumecrete Escort, while we don't have any type of counters, this can protect something by giving something hexproof, which is cool. Not indestructible, but still matters, and it has flash. We do have side quests Raise a Chocobo, so we can actually make extra tokens. Traveling Chocobo we know is good. We see this a lot. It obviously triggers with all the landfall stuff in this deck. We have Choco, Seeker of Paradise. This is just really good. You want one of these, go attack, and then start getting a bunch of stuff out of your library. And then, of course, we still have Bart's and Boko, one of the few actual removal cards in the deck. Let your creatures effectively gang up and kill something. And then we have Mockingbird, because we can just copy any of these things. And I'm not generally the biggest fan of Mockingbird. I've tried it out in a few lists. But hey, if it makes sense in here, we're going to play it. And I'm at least going to start with the list how they are. We'll talk about changes at the end of the video. But before we figure all that out, y'all know the drill. If you want to save money, 5% to be exact, go do your shopping over at Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com. You can save 5% on all your magic if you just use my code. That's Dragon. It's DRAGN. All right, let's go see if this deck really does live up to its expectations. Okay, this has to be reasonable. Don't know how good, but we'll find out. Does Shaz's Chocobo live? Well, for now, the answer is yes. Play a starting town. Pump. Play this thing. Take a point is fine. Then we'll attack. I mean, this feels at least somewhat okay when we get to play all our stuff on time. Yeah, I'm just going to not block that. I don't really care. We're not that invested. Go ahead and play this. Have a bigger body. They're not going to block. We know that. Hey, got another subscriber. Thank you. Speaking of, you should subscribe if you haven't yet. That would be very appreciated. Alright, so we're going to lose some life. I mean, we get to play Choco and attack. I mean, that's got to count for something. Alright, here we go. Put one of them into your hand. It's probably going to be this. And put that onto the battlefield. And trigger lots of things. Alright. Explore on this, I guess. I mean, we know there's a land on top, so whatevs, you know. And this triggers one or more birds attack. Look at the top X cards, right? You put one of them into your hand and put any number of land cards from onto the battlefield. Alright. Oh no, our Shaz's Chocobo. Interesting that you're playing something that exiles when you're playing Sephiroth. That doesn't seem like that works the way they want most of the time. Let's go ahead and play this first. And we will definitely target that. Yep. Alright, cool. Also, the fun part of this is there are two triggers because of the Traveling Chocobo, so we would have been able to get rid of both creatures there. So, yeah, we were pretty well set up with this hand. So, not a bad situation, but we also kind of curved out. So, I don't know if that's going to be the norm for our other games. We'll keep it, but this feels Very not great, to say the least. Put that on Bird. I don't know if we're able to beat Lessons. I mean, Bart's and Boko could have some value, but that's probably it. Yeah, I can't imagine we're going to do too much more here. Yeah, of course, Artist Talent. No surprise there. Go ahead and attack, because this has Vigilance. In the turn. I mean, we're just going to make them waste a removal spell here, right? Or a counter. Either or. Okay, that's fine. If that's the way it's got to go, acceptable. Decline. If they're using their cards for that, we can't be that upset, you know? So we do this. This probably doesn't survive. But then next turn, I think we can Mockingbird and Bart's and Boko, and that probably does what we want, if I were guessing. The good news here is we haven't taken much damage. And they still only have 2 Lessons in the yard. Alright, well, they might have 3 now. Okay, so I think we have that be 0. Oh, we could copy one of their... We could copy a Grand now. But we really need this to be a Bird, sadly. If we didn't need it to be a Bird, copying Grand would be kind of legit. That'd be peak. Alright. Yeah, you got it, I suppose. And they're down to 1 card. Yeah, no blocks here. Sure, have your freebies. Blocking was just a trap for us anyway. Ooh. Choco here is kind of slick, though. Oh, man, decisions. I think we're going to do it. No lie, it's a little bit greedy, but, you know, we're going to do some things. This goes into our hand. We get to put the land onto the battlefield. If they have a removal or a bounce spell, it's obviously going to target Choco here. So no surprises there. Yep, I expected that. And then I don't think we block here because I think this is just side quest and Bart's and Boko next turn. Go to 9. I could still lose to the Monument, but I probably should have blocked there, but oh well. Go attacking. All right. We're down to 6. It's how many spells do they draw from here, basically. All right. Get in there. This goes in hand, I suppose. Lands in. All right, this is it. Do they draw land? Hopefully. They didn't. We're probably dead. Oh, interesting. They spent that instead of... Oh, because they get to discard. I was going to say, instead of just returning a thing. But if they have a spell, we lose anyway here. Or if they would have just attacked with Grand. Okay, well, never mind. I guess none of this matters. Sure. Yeah, what I was thinking is in their situation, if they're going to lose to me just attacking anyway, just attack with Grand. You get to draw and discard. Maybe you find something, the mana to cast what's in your hand or whatever, and you could find an extra 3 damage or something during our turn. Like, I don't know. Could have been something. But either way, we'll take it. I think that's going to be a tough match otherwise, so take them where you can get them. Yeah, we kind of have to keep this. We can't do anything. I was thinking about doing something else, but yeah, who am I kidding? Let's just put this on Bird. Though I think no matter what, we're probably just going to play the other Chocobo and Fable Passage next turn. Seam Rip, you got it. Yeah, if this is a control pile, I think without getting our flash creatures, we're not going to have a good time. If I were guessing. But we shall see. They have something for 1 mana, huh? 1 white mana at that. Okay. Alright, well now they have blue mana and so... Oh, you're playing Draycatcher. That's cool. Hadn't seen one of those in a bit. Probably get... I guess we just get the plains here. So this is... I don't know how I want this to go. Play this on Bird. Pump our creature. I guess we just play the 2 Guide Wings here? That feels correct. And then just try to do some Barts and Boko action next turn. I mean, it doesn't feel great, but it's what we got. I'm very curious. I mean, they probably have some bounce spells or something, though, to clear the way for the Draycatcher, if I were guessing. Alright. That has flying and a bunch of other words we don't like. Yep, has ethereal armor. So they're just going in. Like, okay, you got it. We'll block. I mean, it's kind of a cool deck, though, and we don't have much to interact with them, so they might still pull this off. I can appreciate the concept, though, of what they're doing. It's kind of cool. So, we can make the Choco 5, 6. This is 7. Oh, you know what? They're going to be able to protect the Draycatcher. That's what that is. Dang it, that sucks. It's sad to know that, but we got to do it anyway. Just make them use it. And then they flash protect it. Right? I mean, otherwise, I don't know what this stop would be. Like, it's got to be that. I guess it could be a bounce spell. And then we only have 6 instead of 7. Okay, well, same thing. Not the way I thought they were going to protect it, but same difference, I guess. Alright, another Draycatcher. We'll just block here. Ooh, a traveling Chocobo, though. That changes things a little bit. Oh, but I need 2 green for the Barts and Boko. No! Dang it, I wanted to get 2 uses off of this. We can gamble, though. Well, dang it. I want to gamble, because if there's a land on top and we do this, we just wreck their board and get to attack through. But I don't think we can risk that as much as I want to. Man, it would have been sweet. I'm not going to lie. I wanted to so bad. So bad. You have no idea how much. I'm going to be so sad when I see that there's an untapped land on top of my library. Probably should have went for it, though. We haven't drawn many lands this game. Overlord, there's some flyers. Opponent's deck's kind of cool. They are cooking. Okay, it was at least a tapped land, so we wouldn't have got there. So that's cool. But we do have this. So let's do this instead. Ooh, and we do have another bird on top. But we won't get that, unfortunately. Alright, well, we're attacking. Because you're only at 10. And we would be foolish to not attack here. So do what you will. Yep. Alright, we're just going to end the turn here. Actually, that's a mistake. I could have had another Chocobo on top. Or who knows? I could have had a lot of things, actually. I should have just done it on my turn. There's enough things that could have given that value. But now they kind of are forced to start blocking everything here. Yeah, not doing it on my turn was a bad idea. We don't have a lot of basics, though, so that's one of our last ones. We draw this. There is a land on top. Go ahead and play that. We have, sadly, another land on top. That does not help us. Opponent's in full block mode, so we just keep attacking here. And then they have to top deck something. Did they get it? They didn't immediately do it. All right, we're good. Yeah, let's give credit, though. I hadn't seen... Like, we've seen Draycatcher, but it's usually with a bunch of spells or with red spells to give it trample or whatever. But this is a different way to give it flying and pump it and do all the stuff that the Auras Dex likes to do. This is kind of cool. No idea how good it is or not, but that's a cool idea to build around the Draycatcher. I guess I'm going to keep this on the draw. I don't know. I mean, I'm keeping it. I just don't know how I feel about it. It's a black-white deck. What type of black-white deck are you, opponent? Oh, you're that kind. Bleh. Okay, well... There's going to be some auras. There's probably going to be some hasty skeletons. Going to be a lot of things we don't like. No to run? That's fine. We can live with that. Let's go ahead and play this. Put it on Bird. We will pass. Let's see what the opponent opts to do here. I think I'm going to flash this in. If they choose to waste a removal spell on this, I think that's fine for the most part. Obviously, this doesn't kill this because it has double strike, but we at least keep ourselves from taking 6 against a deck that's full of removal options. Put that on Bird. We pass. Now, they didn't have any instant speed stuff last turn. Not to say they don't this turn, but it is something to note. And they're only attacking with that. We might just take 5 here. I think we are. I mean, could be a bad idea. I'll pick this up, because that at least makes another body in case. It doesn't really matter there. Ugh, I wanted something that wasn't a land. That's brutal. I guess I'm going to attack with at least this. Decline. Well, that'll just go onto the battlefield. And I think we just do this. Kind of brutal, but, I mean, I'm sure they have, like, a shelter or something here. Yep, Seam Rip going after our blocker. Shelter probably goes after Choco, and then we're up against it. Nope, it's a most helpful weaver. Okay. That is a problem since they have a thing that it's going to be very hard to block in the coming turns. Yeah. I think we have to block this for future considerations. Yeah, this didn't really go the way we wanted. Play this. And yeah, I think we're just out of it. Yeah, okay. Good job, opponent. Okay, let's do it. Let's put this on Bird. I wouldn't mind drawing some other 1-mana things so I could just play this tapped on 2. Would make us feel a little bit better. There we go. And then get in there. But yeah, there's going to be a lot to talk about at the end of the video as far as this deck goes. Yeah. Go ahead and play this, I guess. In the turn. I almost just left up mana for Ambrosia, so if they had some, you know, Black Sun or something here, we'd be able to just flash this in and keep attacking with the Choco. Oh, they're doing fun Reanimator-y things. Look at that. Okay, well, let's do this. And go for it. We will take probably a Mockingbird into hand, I think. And then no lands to put into play, unfortunately. Okay. That does keep us from getting the extra 2-2, because that's, or this at the start, beginning of the first main phase. Yeah, so that's basically the start of your turn. Here comes Big Dinosaur, I'm assuming, because this looks like a Reanimator situation. Yep. We're not terribly mad at that. What if we do this? Make a Chocobo. I guess, yeah, we want the permanent counters. And that flies. Put that on Bird. Grow the folks. Go attacking with this. Hopefully find a land. Ooh, it's a Bart Chocobo. That'll just have to stay. Oh, I could have put it in my hand. Gosh dang it. Oh, I messed up. I thought it was in the other order for some reason. Oh, that card would have come in clutch. If we lose now, it's going to be definitely from not having that card, and that sucks. It's totally my own fault. They have another Reanimator spell, but they only have Fear of Missing Out. Though it still might be worth it for them to get that back so they can put something big in their hand into the yard and then see if they can find something else. But we'll see. They are at 14. We should be getting extra Chocobos next turn. Now, granted, if I did have Bart's and Boko, I'm just getting rid of a Tyrant that's going to replace itself and draw a card, gain some life anyway. So I guess it's whatever. But definitely a bit of misclick silliness there. Yep, Rakdos joins up. Let you get back a Deuter as a 4/5, which is not nothing. That does multiple things here. Okay. Question is, are you attacking or no? You are attacking. I think we just take the 6. No blocks. And then we flash this in. Don't pick up anything. And we're going to hope to find a lot of lands off of our attack here. I guess we just take one of these. Actually, Lupin Pine Flower's probably fine here too. And then we get all those triggers. Then the other one's going to go off. Then we get more triggers. I guess this time we'll take Cavernous Souls on Bird. Alright. We can play Chocobo. We can activate this Knucklehead. Wait, can we not? Oh, I don't have another... Oh, dang it. I need another blue land in play. Well, never mind. That plan's beat to heck. Alright, attacking. The Flyers, obviously. Yeah, everybody's just getting in there, right? Yeah, that's just game. Yeah, we just have a billion things. Doesn't even matter. Only 2 lands after all that. But yeah, it's way more than enough. This hand actually does nothing for a couple turns except cast this, which is not good. So let's mulligan. Oh no. Dex was like, I'll show you. Yeah, this is gonna not be great. I think we're just taking a beating on this one. I should have mulliganed, to be honest. We have so many 1 and 2 mana things. Mulliganing would have been smart. But I didn't, so here we are. Surprised that actually lived. That's a bit concerning, because now it's like, what are you going to do if you're not doing that? Play a room here? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Play this first Chocobo, or at least first traveling Chocobo. I mean, there's no way there's no removal there this whole time, right? Especially if you want to connect with the Cecil. I mean, I'll try. Alright. Well, opponent still goes to 9. So that plays to our favor. This is a weird feeling. I feel like we should be so much further behind with the hand we had. But, you know, here we are. So they're going to draw a card and go to 7? Okay. They still don't appear to have a removal spell, which I'm completely baffled by. Alright, we'll put this on Bird. Trigger that twice, so they'll go to 3 at a minimum. Bart's and Boko on top's pretty sweet. Okay, so I mean, they could play a sweeper here and go to 1, and then they're priced into having to make the, okay, well, they're just going to do that. Well, then that's game. Awesome. Yeah, how this managed to get a win here, I have zero clue, but I'm going to be happy and accept it. Take out the demon and just go attacking. Never mind, I thought we were going to lose this. Huh. Alright. I genuinely thought having the hand of triple traveling Chocobo was just going to end up bad for us. But somehow it worked. Like, I don't even know what the opponent's hand... I just realized the opponent only played 3 spells. Now, admittedly, this drew cards and they made a demon. But they really only played 3 spells. Yet they hit their land drops every single turn and played a ramp spell. I don't know what happened. Like, you take those and you just, you know, thank the magic gods or whatever. But that's wild. Okay, this will be fun. Let's keep this. We're going to have a bunch of Chocobos, I guess. Shaj's Chocobo, to be exact. So I think the plan is here, play Shaj's Chocobo, play Mockingbird, copying Chocobo, play a land. So they get pumped. Hoping to draw another land somewhere. If we draw untap land, that's great. Because then we just play this, play another Mockingbird, copy Chocobo, play land. Then play Choco and hope that does something. I know that's a whole lot of, like, hopes and dreams, but sometimes, yeah, it's what you got. And this is one of those hands that could be completely blown up by the simplest card. Yep, speaking of, a fire magic there. Rest of the hand really doesn't do much. Okay, scratch that. I'm a liar. I was about to say, rest of the hand doesn't really do much, but then we drew that. Alright. Obviously, that's the only thing we can copy. This is where we need to draw those back-to-back untapped lands we were talking about. All right. Another burn spell? I mean, if they're just using all their removal on our dudes and we're not taking any, that's also mostly fine. You don't love it, but, you know, it's okay. Looks like they have something else here. So this Chocobo's probably a goner. No, they're just going to Bolt Wave us. Okay, sure. Let's copy Ashaj's Chocobo then. And then... Oh, Arena. I needed that for... Oh, my goodness. Well, if we end up being a couple points down, we'll know where the points came from. Dang it. Because I wanted that on the battlefield so we get more use off of Choco when the time comes, but such is life. Another Fire Magic. Nope, there's a Bolt and probably a Lightning Strike for the other one. Yeah. All right, I mean, if we get an untapped land here... Nope, we didn't. Just this Knucklehead. Well, we would have been able to attack for one here. Had Auto Tapper not cooked us. Though, by the way, I have been going back and forth with the Arena devs. I found a point of contact that we can do some fun interview stuff, and I'll get to ask about stuff like Auto Tapper. So, like, subscribe, all that good stuff if you haven't yet, because that's coming soon. We're going to probably film it sometime this month, and then hopefully get it out before the end of the month is the goal. And the goal is to... And don't even bother asking more questions. I already have all the questions. We asked the community a while ago. But I'm basically compiling all those into categories. And then we're going to ask them those questions from the community. It's all a lot of stuff, actually. All of the stuff that people assume or a rumor or whatever about Arena that we're going to get officially answered. So it should be fun. Here's the wild part about the type of decks the opponent's playing is while you are able to burn and do a bunch of stuff, we're at 15 and they've played all this in the graveyard. Well, not true. They did discard some of it, but... Alright, well, still looking for an untapped land for Choco. They're going to go digging some more. What is this thing? Oh, if we have exactly 10, you deal 10. I see what you're trying to do then. That's fun. Wild, but fun. Alright, and we're not getting a land anytime soon, so that's disappointing. To know what's on top and we can't use it. Yeah. So they're just digging for a way to get us to exactly 10. They just need the right combination of burn spells and whatnot. Sure. We'll play this. Feel free to get rid of my Chocobo if you want to. Yep, sounds good. That's damage not going at us, so I don't hate it. I'm wondering what they have for 1 mana there, though. Man, if we'd have gotten untapped land all this time, like a 5 toughness Choco is huge here. And a backup one that can find us more resources. Like, ugh. Okay, here we go. Now they're setting us up to try to get us. Can't gain life, that's fine. Soul Guide Lantern, also fine. Come on, deck. Untap land here. This is all we've been waiting for. For the last, like, 3 turns. There we go. Finally. Alright, play this Knucklehead. Now, with them having 1 card in hand and us knowing what they're up to... Well, alright, fine. We lose the other one. We could let them deal damage to us, so there's no way we end up at exactly 10. And that kind of plays into our favor. Alright, well, never mind. We're not going to get that opportunity. They're going to go to 11. You also can draw a card off Soul Guide Lantern, because they know we don't care about our graveyard here. And they're probably going to try to 2-for-1 Choco, if I were guessing. Oh, that's not going to get it. You got to do something here, opponent. I mean, again, maybe not. They Lightning Strike us to 10, and then they Hedexugus, whatever. And then we're in trouble, right? Hidetsugu's second right. That's what it is. Okay. I think I want to play one anyway, pre-combat. Go attacking. Put this in our hand for sure. We are just not drawing lands for whatever reason. But is what it is, I guess. Opponent puts us to 3 and then deals 10. Alright, that's what I thought was going to be the case here. Yeah, no surprise. This is where, though, if we'd had a piece of counter magic or whatever, we win. You know, like there's a lot of cards that just stop the opponent from doing anything here. So, a little bit weird. Or if we coincidentally had taken a damage from starting town, and then they couldn't put us at exactly 10 either. So, I don't know. There's a lot of weird ways we could have not lost that. But, situation is what it is. We did take an L there. Let's keep it. Yeah, let's go for it. Chocobo lives. Love to see that. I think I am just going to copy the Chocobo here. Thought about doing something else for a second. Though even copying Cecil's not the worst thing. There's actually some value to be had there. But one of my thoughts was also, could we just play this to be mana efficient and then have a bigger attacker? And there was lots of options there. Hey, Vadmir. Ain't seen that card in a minute. That's cool. Don't know if I care about Vadmir all that much, so I'm just going to play this. Play this on Bird. Trigger all our things. Play this. Off Cecil, I believe. Yep. And that's all the opponent needs to see. This is obviously a keeper. There's no reason to throw this one back, right? Go ahead and lock that down. Probably just going to play side quests next. Okay, that's probably going to be really important. Go ahead and attack. So even if Badger Moles and Ouroboros show up, we could Bart's and Boko to get rid of something and then copy it with a Mockingbird. I mean, need a little assistance to pull that off properly, but you get what I'm saying. Oh. Cosmogrand Zenith. Well, we don't have the luxury to do what we wanted to do. This is a all hands on deck type situation at the moment. Away goes Cosmogrand Zenith. And attack for 5. Alright. Fortunately, also drew another land. So, if I was about to say, if we have to copy Bart's and Boko again, we can here. So, that's good. Probably going to make some blockers, I would guess. Yep. That all tracks. Let's put this on Bird. You know what? I should have... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, we got to get rid of that Cosmogrand Zenith. Not a fan, but we kind of got to do it. The question is, do we keep the Mockingbird? Oh, wait. Did I not? X was 3. Why can I not? Oh, it's 5. Oh, no. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we have to just copy this then? I mean, I guess we could have copied whatever, but I think we just attack with these, right? Man, I thought for some reason in my head Bart's and Boko was only 4. Oh, yeah, I definitely should have just played Traveling Chocobo first and then put counters on stuff, but that's tough. That's a bad mistake. Yeah, arguable at that point. Maybe I'm supposed to even just copy Cosmic Grand Zenith. Our real best hope is that we're able to find a Fabled Passage probably here. Or another Bart's and Boko. But that's kind of where we are, I think. Those are our only realistic outs currently. Another Chocobos. Not particularly great. Let's take one of these. Oh, wait, that got us another land? Oh, yeah, it's not quite it. I guess if we have the right land on top here, though. Maybe? Come on, Fable Passage? Ah, it wasn't. Oh, man. That's just not going to do it, is it? Dang it. Opponent's going to be at 1. If we attack with everything, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, they block and then we just die. If we leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers back, we can block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and take 8, 16. All right, we'll put them down to 1 because that's all we can really do. Ugh. And this is hoping they don't have shelter. They don't have a way to play 2 spells here. We really need one of those cards in hand to be a land. Okay, that helps. Unless it's another Orboroid, then we still die. Okay, it's a Cosmic Grand Zenith. We're okay. Could have been worse, but I think we're okay. I think we have just enough. Block, 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 block. And then go to 4. Okay, we're at 4. Somehow not insanely dead. I will take it. Wow. Wow. That felt like that could have got away from us really badly. But yeah. Good little comeback. I'm glad I stopped to think about that for a second to make sure I left enough blockers. But to be fair to the opponent, they could have top decked a few things that could have still given them the win there. We just had to make the play that we could, and it worked out. Yeah, so I gotta say, while I still don't love Mockingbird, it definitely pulled its weight. And 2 of the losses we had was one because we got flooded, and one because we didn't draw land or 4th land until, like, I don't know, turn 7 or 8, whatever that was. So yeah, maybe it is really what it's made out to be. Again, I think I would cut 1 Mockingbird for maybe a couple of like Spider Sense, or what do we call it? What is that? Intrusion or whatever. Because there are some turns where like bouncing a Plumecreed Escort could be valuable. Bouncing Bart's and Boko could be valuable, right? So there is something there to be able to bounce a creature to replay it. I think we can get some value there if you want to do it, or just some straight up counter that stops any of the opponent's stuff where they have to pay more or whatever, because you're really just trying to stop the sweepers, stop some spot removal. Or if you also wanted to play some extra spot removal while we're thinking about it, Get Lost or something like that would be in here. I don't think I'd go for Shelter. I'd want just a hard removal, but we did do well enough, with everything being what it was. So, I mean, this is 59%, so at least so the internet says. It's probably legit. I just am surprised because I don't see it that often. And that being said, when I looked at the number of matches, matter of fact, I will check again. I don't believe it was that many. The number of matches on this were only 400. So not a lot comparatively for what you would see on a ladder. So that explains why we haven't seen it very much. But the people playing it seem to be winning with it. So yeah, I would make those 1 or 2 small changes and then maybe just say go for it. Because overall, it worked out, and we had some pretty fast games in the ones that we won. But link will be over on Moxfield. Y'all know the drill. Download it, try it out, have some fun with it. Otherwise, that's all I have for now. We'll see you next time.